Hey guys, welcome back. I am so happy that you are joining me for this video. In front of me, I have a stack of book-bound planners. So that is what we're gonna be talking about in this video. So if that is something that you wanna see, please stick around. Okay, so here I have a few of the book-bound planners that I have been trying out for the majority of 2021, and I've compiled a list of pros and cons to a book-bound planner in hopes that it can help someone who is looking to maybe switch from a ring planner or a disc planner to a book-bound, and they just want to know, a little bit of information as far as great things and maybe some things that might not be so good. So this is a list that is personal. I compiled this list. It's no reflection on any other planning system. I've loved every other planning system that I've used, but I am currently really enjoying the book-bound for a few reasons, and those are my pros. And then my cons would be things that I miss from my other systems. So let's get started. Okay, so first off, let's start with the pros. And one of the biggest pros for me for using a book-bound planning system is the slim profile. So here I have different types of book-bound planners. I have Hobonichi Weeks, I have a Stalogy, I have two Wonderland, and then I have a bullet journal. And as you can see, all of them are very, very slim and portable. So that is something that was very appealing to me. And the fact that at the end of the year, I don't have to be, archiving things in a box or just having a big thick planner was very, very appealing. So I'm going to share with you two ways that I have archived my previous planners so you can see a little bit of the difference. So these are 5 planners, and here is my beloved Happy Planner. So I love this planner, you guys. This is my 18-month classic Happy Planner. It was my first Happy Planner, but as much as I love it, you can definitely see that storing it is it definitely takes up space compared to what I'm gonna be storing in 2021 and 2022, which is the Wonderland. I do know that it's different sizes, but still, there's no comparison when it comes to the slimness. And one of the reasons why these planners are so slim is because of the paper that they use. So they use the Tomoe River paper, which is a very thin paper. So that is my Happy Planner. And then here is how I have archived my A6 inserts. So I did use A6 for a long time, and A6 is a smaller planner. So this is my A6 planner. It is a ring planner, and it is very small. It is very portable. But when it came to archiving at the end of the year or when I was done using it, this was it. So it is still a very compact way to archive. But to be honest, I love flipping through my planners. Like, that's something that I really enjoy, just looking back. And the fact that I have them archived in a box doesn't really, it doesn't call me to flip through these like I would if I had everything just in a book bound. So that is a pro for me. The way that I will archive them at the end of the year, it's gonna be just one little book in my bookshelf and I can flip through it. And the portability, I can take these anywhere and it can be my one and only planner. Okay, so let's talk about a con. So a con that you might see in a book bound, and something that I saw, and one of the biggest reasons why I never ever thought that I would be in a book bound, is the fact that you can't really move around pages. You can't take out pages if you mess up, and you can't really change anything from the planner if you don't like it or if it doesn't work out for you for a certain season of your life. So this is the Wonderland, and this is the layout. This is what you get in this planner. It is an hourly vertical layout, military time. If you don't like military time, there's nothing you can do about it because it is all stuck together. So that is a con, and you can't move things around. Like, you can't, for example, this planner has the monthly right after, I'm sorry, the monthly right in front of the weekly. So if that is something that you don't like, you can't change it around. If you were using a ring planner, for example, you can have all your sections together. You can have a monthly first, then all your weeklies, and all your dailies. That is how I used my ring planners. So that is something that, you know, depending on the season of life, you might need, so it can be a con. And as far as personalizing it, you can personalize a book bound with dashboards. And I'm gonna show you how I personalize my own planners. So it's something very easy that a lot of people do in the planner community, and it's called tipping in your dashboards. So the way that you would do it is, let me find September. Okay, so I tip my pages here. So I tip my dashboards at the beginning of the next month, so it can serve just kind of like a divider. So all you would do is cut the dashboard to size. This is a B6 size, but the Wonderland is a little bit smaller. So I will have to go back after this and cut it on the edges a tiny bit. So all you do is you just hold the page against the spine, and I have tried with tape, and I recently just really loved doing it with washi because I feel that it adds a little bit of color, and I wasn't crazy about the tape, to be honest. So this is how I tip in my dashboards, and this is a way that even though you can't add a whole lot or move around a whole lot, or I mean at all, you can definitely still personalize a book bound. So that's it. That's all you would do. And we're just gonna cut here without cutting the ribbons. Oh my goodness, that would be terrifying. Okay. There. So you just cut it, and then you have the vellum dividing your sections. So there's a lot of people who do tip in a lot of dashboards, and it looks beautiful, and that's how they personalize it. And this is an easy way to personalize your book bound planner if that is something that you're looking for. So that would be a pro, that even though, you know, they give you the planner laid out for you, set up, and you don't get to add a whole lot or take out anything, you can still definitely personalizing by tipping in a few dashboards. I will go back and just add a piece of clear tape here to just secure it, but that will be it. Okay, so next, let's talk about a con. So from what I've seen, there isn't a lot of options when it comes to covers for planners. Now, I'm not talking about notebooks because I know that there's a lot of Bujo notebooks that have beautiful covers. I'm referring more for like the planners. So like the ones that are like already laid out for you. I am familiar with the Hobonichi, I am familiar with Wonderland, and I know that a lot of people use the B6 Stalogy, which is just a plain notebook, and they make their own layouts. But what I have seen is that there's not a lot of option for covers. So for example, the Stalogy, they're all black. The majority are black, but I have seen gray. I think I've seen yellow and blue. And Wonderland came out with a couple of new colors. So they came out with purple, with a taupe color. They have this black one. They have a pink, like a peachy pink. So there's not a lot of options. I have seen more options with the Hobonichi, but for me personally, because my style is a little bit more towards the minimal side, I have not really been drawn to the Hobonichi covers that have a lot of art, which are beautiful, but it's not my style. So I have found that, you know, plain Hobonichi covers are not as popular. Okay, so next, let's see. Another pro it can be that in one planner, this one planner can be your entire planner. So for me personally, the Wonderland planner is a planner that is set up in a way that it can be everything that I need it to be. I can track, I can write everything that I need to write, and everything that I had here in this planner, I have been able to put into this planner. So the fact that this little notebook can be my one and only planner is huge for me. That's a huge pro. And then a con could be that it doesn't have monthly tabs. So they do have like the months here, but when you're seeing the planner like this, it doesn't have these tabs. And when you are using a ring planner, for example, you can get dividers like these, but to the side that have the months. So if that is something that you're looking for, that might be something that is not appealing to you in the book bound. I did add a few tabs for a couple of months. I did add side tabs with the months, and I will share a picture of that in the community section of my channel so you can see, because I mean there are ways to put tabs, but I personally don't like a lot of tabs. So the fact that I had to have 12 of these little things all the way down and all the way up here wasn't very appealing. So that's why I took them off. So that might be something, you know, a drawback, that there's no way to have like tabs like you would in a planner that is set up like this, or buy tabs for your ring planners. So you can put them here on the side. So that could be a con to the book bound planning system. Okay, and last but not least, a pro is the price point. So I bought this planner in May and I paid less than $35, and I have not really added much or spent any money on it aside from the leather cover. But if you're just going to use the planner by itself like this planner won't be more than $40 shipped to your house, and you can use this planner like this the entire year. What I found personally is that with ring planners, for example, you can definitely set up a ring planner on a budget, but everything adds up. So from the really beautiful dashboards to the dividers, to the inserts, to taking out inserts, putting inserts, and just switching everything around, to me personally, that just became really, really expensive. So that is one of the reasons why I was looking for a planner system that could just be simple and minimal and could be friendly on my bank account. So that is a pro when it comes to book bounds, that once you pay for your planner, you don't really need to spend a whole lot more on setting it up or making it work for you. Okay, and let's see, did I miss anything? We talked about the covers, the colors of the options. Yep, we talked about that. Oh, one last thing. Okay, one last con could be that the covers themselves of the planners, like the materials of the book bounds, are not hardcovers. So the planners, the ones that are dated, so like the Franklin Covey book bound, the Wonderland book bound, the Hobonichis, what I have seen online is that all of them are cardstock, so they are sturdy. You could definitely use it like this with just the vinyl cover, but personally I feel that if you don't have it in some form of other type of cover to protect it, it might get damaged. Like, I don't know how well it will hold up the entire year. So I am curious to know if you have used a book bound planner for an entire year just like this. I would love to know how it's held up, because this is definitely also appealing. The fact that this little notebook is your entire planner and you don't need to have a cover. So that is my list of pros and cons for using a book bound planner system, things that I have found over the past couple of months using this book bound planner. And if you have any more pros and cons that you want to share with us, please write them in the comments below. I would love to hear, and I would love to talk book bounds with you because I am definitely loving my Wonderland planner. So yep, this is it for me, guys. I hope that I was able to share with you some useful information, and if you were on the fence, if you didn't know that if it was a system that would work for you, that I was able to share some information that you can consider in order to make the best decision for you. Okay, you guys, well, this is it. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will catch you next time. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye, take care.